brought it to kind of live in my presentation.
We're sorry about this.
Someone not show. Or someone not show.
We will have another one here in 20 minutes. We've got
Is that like a scribe or something?
Hmm?
Like a scribe or something?
No, it's an honor.
Or
We
the
have to have
two.
three.
Is there?
No, he's, or I saw him today. I don't know if he's good.
Somebody's decking out of their suit, dude.
So you really plug your corner?
Seriously? Not a second.
How long you been playing?
Playing for 5 years. Now, the German restaurant down the road. So, it's October 1st.
Oh, yes.
I'm doing for 10 weeks.
Okay.
So I was gonna play kind of for accentuation.
Yeah.
Now this is like, no, it's like, okay.
You need like one of those, what they call them, holidays, but Teutonic girl.
All right, this is now the Farragut Beer Board meeting for September 11th, 2012. And first approval of minutes from the last board meeting. By the way, this is a minimum for, nothing passes unless it's unanimous.
Well, I will move for approval of the minutes of August the 23rd as written.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next item is special occasion permit for Trustee Linderhoff.
Yes, sir, the purpose of this agenda item is to consider a special occasion beer permit for Linderhoff Presents Oktoberfest. Restaurant Linderhoff and the Farragut Rotary Club are planning Oktoberfest at Renaissance Farragut on October 26th and 27th. Restaurant Linderhoff is requesting a special occasion beer permit for this event. The restaurant currently holds an on-premise beer permit at its location at 11831 Kingston Pike. In section 8-206 of the town's ordinance, the premises at which a beer may be served includes the property owned, leased, or controlled by the permittee, and so connected with the beer business in which the permittee is engaged as to form a component or integral part of, including but not limited to the building, parking lot, and contiguous areas around it. Due to this event being held at a different location, that the restaurant is asking for a special occasion beer permit. According to Attorney General's opinion dated in January of 2008, the local beer board has the authority to issue a beer permit to an applicant that seeks a permit for an outdoor event that is not held contiguous to the applicant's business or building. Staff recommends approval of the special occasion beer permit for Restaurant Linderhof, subject to the approval of the special events permit.
The applicant here.
Yes, sir.
Right here, sir.
Wish to say anything?
Yeah, can I address here?
Sir, go ahead and, tell us
Sure.
your name and address.
How's everybody doing tonight? Some of you may know me. My name's Aaron. I have the Linderhof restaurant down the road, all authentic German food and beer. I had this idea for the restaurant to do an Oktoberfest, and got to talking with Noah down at Renaissance Farragut, and had the idea of including the Rotary Club and doing an Oktoberfest. Basically a community event, like a big tent, food and beer, traditional entertainment. Everything would be barricaded off within the little field out there. We'd have Knox County to help secure the area, as well as some hired help and so on. I think it'd be a really fun, authentic event for the town. I'd love to have it, make it successful, and maybe have it, on an annual basis.
That sounds good to us. Did you, get everything in order?
Yes, sir. And I emailed you their liability insurance, yesterday. It came in Friday, and I'd already delivered your packet, so I didn't email it to you yesterday.
Ms. Myers, is there anything unusual about this? Is this something we've done before?
Well, the difference in this is most of the events, we approved one for Mexico, they were having a Cinco de Mayo party. Difference in the two is this one is not connected or contiguous to their building. They had to get a special, I guess you can call it off property, if you want to call it that. Because they're moving to a different location than what their everyday beer permit is permitted for. So that's the only difference in the two.
And you'll have the same care in serving to be careful not to serve minors, and you'll have trained personnel there manning this, we assume?
Absolutely, sir. There'd be trained personnel to make sure there's just actually be IDing at the entrance there.
Okay. Well, I don't have any problem with that.
Armbanding the whole bit.
Good.
Motion.
Motion. Motion to approve the ordinance amendment as presented.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next item is, consider approval for an on-premise beer permit for Longhorn Steakhouse. Northside.
Yes, sir. As you just mentioned, it's for actually we're doing two of these at once. It's Longhorn Steakhouse at 11656 Parkside Drive and Mr. Gaddy's Pizza at 11683. Currently, the Longhorn Steakhouse is under construction, but the Gaddy's Pizza is already currently there and they are operating as a business. Purpose of the agenda item, like I said, is to approve those two locations. The motion is to approve an on-premise beer permit for both the Longhorn Steakhouse and Mr. Gaddy's Pizzas, subject to obtaining a certificate of occupancy.
Are they the same owner?
Different owners. They're just both for on-premise beer permits.
Is there an applicant here for this?
Both applicants are here.
You want to come and say whatever you
My name's Tom Schaffler. I'm with Gaddy's Pizza. We're a family restaurant. We're adding 3 or 4 beers on tap. We've been in business there for about 5 years, and hopefully y'all approve us. We look forward to serving the community.
still busy all the time?
Trying to be more busy. But yeah, we're doing well.
And everything's in order?
Yes, sir.
Motion to approve the on-premise beer permit for Mr. Gaddy's.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing tonight?
Good.
Good. My name is Steve Coyne, the managing partner of the Longhorn Steakhouse that we're building up here in Farragut. We're really looking forward to coming to this town. It's a new experiment for me to actually move up to Tennessee. I've never been here before. From what I've seen, it's
Welcome.
actually, thank you, thank you very much. It's gorgeous. I love the mountains.
Right, the right place.
yeah. This restaurant, what we're building here is we're hoping to employ about 104 to 140 employees. We have a very strict alcohol policy with regards to training, and we certify annually. All of our managers are also certified, and we recertify the managers annually and every 3 years. So it's has anybody ever been Longhorn?
Yes.
Long time.
All right, fantastic. Well, we serve it's a casual dining experience, but an upscale type building. And really, I'm looking forward to serving beer. Hopefully, it'll give us the opportunity to serve beer and alcohol.
Welcome to Farragut.
Well, thank you very much.
I did notice that your group, and you guys are huge, obviously you operate a lot of restaurants and locations. I noticed you all had several citations for suspensions for serving minors.
I'm not familiar with that with Longhorn Steakhouse. We were acquired by Darden Restaurants in 2007. We were Air Hospitality before that, located out in Atlanta.
It is Olive Garden, Red Lobster.
That is correct.
Same group, so I was just curious about that.
That is absolutely true. We have Red Lobster, Olive Garden, Seasons 52, Capitol Grill. I'm not familiar with any infractions in the Longhorn Steakhouse brand.
So Longhorn's been behaving itself.
We try to, yes, absolutely.
I specifically like the distance certification. We got the information on that. I think that's important.
Truly, I agree 100%.
Well, I think it's closer to Farragut primary than to the Tea Academy, the preschool over there. But I'm sure it's roughly 340 feet. So.
Well, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the on-premise beer permit for Longhorn Steakhouse on Parkside Drive.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Welcome to Farragut.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
Last is consider approval for an off-premise beer permit for Costco in Fort State.
Sir, tonight, this is a off-premise beer permit. The previous two were the on-premise. This is an off-premise. They can sell it in their wholesale store. To approve the off-premise beer permit for Costco, number 1116-10745 Kingston Pike. Motion is to approve the off-premise beer permit for Costco, subject to their obtaining their certificate of occupancy. And the applicant is here tonight.
Would you like to speak?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Todd Delancey. I'll be the general manager for Costco Wholesale here in Farragut. We're very happy to be here and excited to open on November 9th.
To make it?
We hope so. Yes, we will make it.
Todd, where are you coming from?
From Atlanta.
And where have you found a home to locate your family here yet?
Yes, sir. We're over in the Cedar Bluff area.
We were hoping you'd be in Farragut.
Sorry, it didn't work out that way, but we love our new home. The location is great. The community's been wonderful, and couldn't be happier that we're going to open up in y'all's town. And we have over 1,300 job applications so far. So
How many will we be able to employ?
we're bringing in about 50 to 60 transfers from around the country, Costco, and then we're going to hire about 120 to 130 local.
Do you have any idea how much this region has been anticipating for lives?
I do. I heard about the website and the billboard. I think we have big shoes to fill, and I hope that We're gonna hire the absolute best people from around here to help us give the best customer service, provide the best product, and, you know, we're looking forward to it.
Well, welcome to Farragut.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Is there a motion?
Well, I'll make the motion that we approve the beer permit for Costco Wholesale at 10745 Kingston Pike, subject to obtaining a certificate of occupancy.
Before I second that, I would like to ask you a question. Now, Costco doesn't operate this. Do you have an independent operator as the liquor part of your business?
Yes, sir. There's, the same outside third party that operates our liquor stores in Memphis and Tennessee, Memphis and Nashville, I believe will be operating this one.
That permit actually will come before you next, at the next meeting. This is just for their beer, this isn't for their liquor store.
Okay.
That's what I thought, but I didn't wanna, I thought this was for beer only, but, yeah, it will be operated by a third party.
Okay. All right. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
No other business than adjourn the beer board and meeting for the mayor and all of the meeting. And for that, we'll start by rising for a moment of silence and followed by the pledge of allegiance. First item is approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda is written.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next item is the mayor's report and okay, I got it. Next item is the approval of the agenda and then the mayor's report. We have the happy chores tonight, presenting a couple of proclamations for Constitution Week and the Daughters of American Revolution Day proclamations. And we're also going to present checks to the Farragut area schools. So we'll start with Constitution Week and DAR Day proclamations. The proclamation for the Constitution, let me read this. Whereas September 17th, 2012 marks the 225th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to officially recognize this magnificent document in the anniversary of its creation. And whereas it is fitting and proper to officially recognize patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States, designating September 17th through 23rd as the Constitution Week. Now therefore, I, Ralph McGill, Mayor of the town of Farragut, do hereby proclaim September 17th through the 23rd, 2012 to be Constitution Week in the town of Farragut, and ask our citizens to reaffirm the ideals of the framers of the Constitution had in 1787. Signed this day, 11th day of September 2012.
Here, here.
Are we presenting this?
We can present them both at the same time if you would like.
Okay, well, let me read the other. This is for the Daughters of the American Revolution. Whereas the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution, founded in October 11th, 1890, and incorporated by an act of Congress in 1869, is headquartered in Washington, D.C., acting as a nonprofit, non-political, volunteer women's service organization. And whereas the DAR is dedicated to promoting patriotism, preserving American history, and securing Americans' future through better education for the children with the motto, God, home, and country. And whereas DAR members volunteer more than 250,000 hours annually to veteran patients, award thousands of dollars to students in scholarships and financial aid each year, and support schools for the underprivileged with annual donations exceeding $1 million. And whereas the DAR boasts 170,000 members in 3,000 chapters across the United States and throughout the world, and whereas any woman 18 years old or older, regardless of race, religion, ethnic background, who can prove lineal descent from a patriot of the American Revolution, is eligible for membership. And whereas the town of Farragut recognizes the Admiral David Farragut, Andrew Bogle, Bonnie Kate, Cabot Station, Daughters of the University of Tennessee, James White, Emory Road, and Sam Fraser chapters on this 122nd anniversary of the founding of the DAR. Now therefore, I, Ralph McGill, Mayor of the town of Farragut, do hereby proclaim October 11, 2012 as Daughters of the American Revolution Day, and urge all citizens to join me in this observance. Signed this 11th day of September 2012. You have? Okay. Come on.
You're gonna take a few pictures as well. Yes. All these ladies are from different countries. They are regions.
Do you want to come on over to the middle? We'll get some great photos. Red?
The other happy chore we have tonight is giving away money. So those who want some, especially if you're related to a very good school.
Women's Society? Is that like a women's society? Yeah. It's just,
Can we get you on to sort of that way a little bit, so we get the council, that's great, thank you. Mayor, can we get your, Mr. Reynolds down there, and we'll get all of you all together?
It's the mayor. It's the mayor that Is that his name? I've always heard of it. Just from this.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you do for our children.
Thank you.
Last big pastor. Yeah. You know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. I got you.
If you could try people to come in, they try. But I don't know who wants to.
Normally, when we do the Constitution Week, I take the opportunity to read the passage from a book that was written 1920-something. And the foreword is done by Calvin Coolidge. And it is a great piece admonishing people to never let the Constitution die in the U.S. Unfortunately, I've let the book die or something because I can't find it this year. But I'm going to endeavor to find it, and next year we'll pick up where we left off. Next item is the Citizens Forum, and
Yes.
approval of minutes of the August 23rd, 2012 meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes of the August 23rd, 2012 meeting.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Say aye.
Yes.
So now we come to ordinances. This one is on the first reading, ordinance 12-13, an ordinance to amend the text of the zoning ordinance of the town of Farragut, Tennessee. Ordinance 8616 is amended by amending chapter 3, section 7, general commercial district, C1B, to permit retail car businesses as an allowed use as authorized pursuant to section 13-4-201 Tennessee Code annotated. Do you want to say? Oh, go ahead. I have to look your way.
This ordinance amendment was requested requested by Enterprise Rent-A-Car Company of Tennessee. The applicants are here this evening. And we've gotten to know them very well because we actually workshopped this a couple of times at the Planning Commission to fine-tune this ordinance and meet the desires of what the Planning Commission felt is and has been the vision of the town for quite some time. There were some points the Planning Commission considered for discussion in discussing the request. First of all, historically, it's felt that rental car facilities primarily serve the region and the C2 district where that is allowed use rather than just local needs, which the C1 district. And then also for security purposes, oftentimes rental cars are stored in fenced areas. The question was, do you want fenced areas? And if so, how should that be regulated? And then depending on what transpires with the upcoming update of the land use plan, expanding permitted uses within the C2 district may be contrary to what is ultimately decided. And then in the town's adopted 2012 strategic plan, goal 2 objective 3 states increase the number of retail businesses in town. The Planning Commission discussed this, like I said, at 2 different workshop sessions and came up with ordinance 2012-13, which is before you. It was decided that it should be an allowed use, provided that it is a freestanding building, meaning that it cannot be located within a strip shopping center. It doesn't have to be on a freestanding parcel, but on a freestanding building. For example, most people don't realize, for example, that the banks, SunTrust, FSG, and Regions are not on freestanding parcels. They're actually part of the center. So we weren't intending to regulate that it be on freestanding parcels, just that they be on freestanding buildings. And that if the premises are fenced, the fencing would need to be decorative and not exceed 3 feet in height. And that the fence would be designed such that it would not block visibility into the fenced area. But the reason for this is, per the applicants, their concern was not with vehicle break-ins, but vehicles leaving. So the goal was really just to prevent that kind of free ingress and egress without controlling. The Planning Commission recommended approval unanimously of ordinance 12-13, and staff also recommends approval of this ordinance because we feel that it does meet everything that we were discussing and the goals that we were trying to achieve.
We've discussed this a lot, and I think we are probably ready to go.
Ms. Hawk, do they have a location in mind yet for the chosen site?
I will defer to them.
Come on down. There's an enterprise on Parkside on the other side of Pell City Parkway. Is that your business? Is that,
Which, I'm sorry, Parkside Drive?
Yeah,
Yes, that's
location
one of
out
our
there.
locations. We're privately owned company, so all locations are part of the enterprise. Enterprise Holdings organization.
this is independently owned, it's not, you're not affiliated with that one over there besides?
We're not a franchise company, everything's privately held, so the Kingston Pike location, which would be closer to this area, Kingston Pike, Parkside, is all part of a family-owned company, Enterprise Holdings, privately held company. And again, the reason we started seeking out Farragut when we came out here is because we have a lot of customers who are rooting from our Parkside location. And part of our mission with Enterprise Holdings is to be within 50 minutes of 90% of the population. And we have a lot of corporate customers and customers in Farragut, now Farragut, that would love to see us here and asking us to come here. So we felt, you know, it was probably at this point to present it to you guys and hopefully pursue being part of this community as we are in other communities and kind of have a picture with you guys.
Okay, now I understand from reading the documentation presented, you're not gonna have a fence, you're just gonna have gates, is that,
Well, our plan is we want to secure the vehicles, but we're fine with whatever would be approved, even if we had mulch that were covered by landscape trees would be fine, just something where people couldn't get in the vehicle and just drive on.
yeah?
So we can put it to where it's landscaped or fit within the landscape where, you know, it wouldn't even be seen.
Great. Okay.
I was waiting maybe on the table with it. With that
Everything.
issue.
Sure. Okay.
Or
area, but we always make certain that we talk to the community. We don't want to be in a place that we feel would be in an area, even if it's zoned for C1, where it would interfere with people that would not want us close to their neighborhood. But we're thinking possibly today, it could be somewhere in the area, just on the south that we looked at where the Renaissance Center, somewhere out in that area where Weigels has an open location in that area. So, somewhere where we can maybe cover some of Lenore City and also Farragut. Could be a possibility for us right there.
Right. Just curious, not trying to upset any negotiations or anything. Understand? Make a motion, we approve the amendment to the text of the zoning ordinance, section 13.4-201, Tennessee Code annotated.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We will have to go through one formality by passing this again, but otherwise, welcome to fair.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Next item is ordinance 12-14, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance in the town of Farragut, Tennessee, ordinance 86-16, as amended by amending chapter 4 of section 8, site plan regulations to require finalized, stamped, approved site plans and all associated revisions to be submitted as a PDF and to require approved as-bills to be submitted as a PDF prior to the issuance of any certificate of occupancy, and to clarify pre-submittal meetings requirement as authorized pursuant to section 13-4-201 Tennessee Code annotated.
This amendment, first of all, we are required to keep copies of site plans and everything in perpetuity of the development, as long as the site plan is applicable. And as you can imagine, Farragut has grown a lot over the years, and we have a lot of site plans up there. And so we're running into storage problems. Staff actually refers back to these plans on a regular basis, and currently we house them in the vault, which is great because it's very conveniently located, but it won't be long before that's full, and we're gonna have to move some of the plans outside, which creates a logistic problem. So our goal is everything. We will have to still keep hard copies, but they won't have to be on site. But the transition to having the PDFs available so that they'll be readily accessible as we work with folks with expansions, changes, and everything, the site plans that we have ready access to them. Also with the PDF, we figure that's a format that's not manipulatable, but it's also one that will likely be around for a while, so that as different things are updated over time, as computers are updated, versions are updated, that we still will be able to access the information. The other aspect of this ordinance is requiring that as-bills be submitted as a PDF format for the same reason. We do keep the hard copy, we always attach them to the site plan, but that way we also have the PDF of that for easier storage. Another aspect of this ordinance is clarifying the pre-meeting requirement. A few years ago, we amended the subdivision regulations to clarify this requirement, and it has been in our development manual, and now we are putting it in the zoning ordinance so that as folks as they cross-reference information, that they're reading the same information from document to document. The pre-meetings are very helpful for applicants. They generally speaking save a lot of money because we like to talk to folks before they put too much pen to paper, where they have spent a lot of money on their design team doing something that may have to be changed. So that's our goal is to help folks and save them money at the same time. The Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of ordinance 1214, and staff also recommends approval of this ordinance.
I'm just curious what kind of burden this is gonna place on people submitting this large format, getting them into a PDF format. How much problem is that gonna be for people?
Shouldn't be much of a problem really at all. We had a fairly lengthy discussion at the Inquirer and Planning Commission, of course, as an engineer that deals with this type of thing all the time. And he felt very comfortable with it, that this is just another medium plans, and it really wasn't that. By requesting it, folks gave it to us.
So, so anything, this is just pertaining to site plans?
As of right now, yes. Anything else that would apply to would have to be different ordinance amendments. This only applies to site plans.
Okay, so not to building plans or anything like that, just one.
If I can jump in there, I think, usually when you're doing any kind of design file, sheet files, very easy to just convert those to PDF.
If you're working in electronic format, which not everybody is, so I just wondering, this is gonna be a hardship to anybody.
Everybody we deal with this. The only time we have run into hand drawings or minor re-subdivision, and that has been years since we've run into hand drawings.
It's been a while, but really, as far as that goes, it's very easy to scan a sheet, take it out, Knox Blue, and scan it, and convert it to PDF.
Yeah. Okay, all right, thank you.
Well, with that, I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance 1214 as written.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next is business items. First is appointments to the Stormwater Advisory Committee and Farragut, Knox County Schools Education Relations Committee.
Yes, this item is to appoint one member to a 2-year term for the Stormwater Advisory Committee and a member to a 2-year term on the Farragut Knox County Schools Education Relations Committee. Enclosed in your packets is Julia Craze's application to be considered for the 2-year term on the Education Committee. Valerie McFall and Jason Mann's applications are included for a 2-year term plant specialist position in the Stormwater Advisory Committee. Jason Scott, the Stormwater Coordinator, has recommended Valerie McFall for the available position. Motion is to appoint Julia Craze to the Knox County Schools Relations Committee and Valerie McFall to serve on the Stormwater Advisory Committee.
Are you aware of that?
I don't think so.
No, she's not there. She's not. Then I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve these committee appointments to the Stormwater Committee and Farragut Knox County Schools Education Relations Committee, Julia Praise and Valerie McFall.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next item is approval of bids for 2013 two-wheel drive half-ton pickup truck.
It should be the approval of contract 2013-09, stabilization and maintenance of the price swap.
Somebody else needs to run this tonight.
I understand you had
Okay.
an agenda in front of you there.
Remember in time?
We bought a truck at the last meeting.
This is contract 2013-09, the stabilization and maintenance of Price Farm subdivision. I'm sure you're aware that over the last 3 years or so, we've had a number of subdivision developments that for various reasons, usually due to bank financing, developers have been forced to pull off the site, more or less abandoning the project in various stages of completion. It is the town's responsibility when that happens. We have cashed a letter of credit that's put up by the developers at the beginning of the project, in case this sort of thing has to happen, so that we will have the funding available stabilize the property. It's always an unfortunate situation. In this case, the cottages at Price Farm subdivision on the Fig Road has found itself in that situation. On August 30th, we received 6 bids for stabilization and completion of the surface course of asphalt in Price Farm. We received a bid from Rice Construction for $52,523.87. Cooper Construction bid $58,396.12. Erosion Solutions bid $61,041 even. Yates Construction bid $65,875 even. Blaylock and Sons bid $68,870 even. And APAC Atlantic bid $103,752.50. We have worked with Rice Construction in the past. In fact, they did a tremendous job for us on a very similar project. It was actually a more difficult project at Farragut Station on Campbell Station Road. We wanted to stabilize that side. We were very pleased with their work, and staff recommends that this project be awarded to Rice Construction for their low bid of $52,523.87.
That is quite a difference between the bidders.
Well, it really wasn't that bad except for that last bid. And I think they were a little scared about going back to the pre-bid discussion that we had. They were a little frightened of the topsoil that was going to be needed to be put down up there. The fact is, there is a very large topsoil tank on site where they store the topsoil from everything that they have perfected so far, everything they've stripped. And it's just a matter of going back over there and pulling it out and redistributing it. We're very confident with this bid, and there are actually 5 bids there that are
Pretty close.
The letter of credit was bigger than 50,000.
That's correct. It was $210,000 total.
So does that go back to that?
That will go back to the lending institution that has provided it. It goes back to that.
Well, this seems like a no-brainer to me. I move that we approve Rice Construction for the erosion control at Price Farm subdivision.
And I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, the next item is approval of contract 2013 and Farragut annual report.
Yes, the staff is recommending that the board award the contract for the 2013 Farragut annual report to K. Kimmy Design. Claire Kimmy has been working with us for over 21 years. This is for our Farragut magazine. It's 9,000 copies of a 28-page 4-color magazine, and it's, I think, a great thing for the town and great publication for the town, and we have lots of people who like to get it, lots of people come in and ask for it. It has a lot of the essential information that newcomers want, and those who have been here for a while always like to look at it and see the pictures and what's been changed on it. The schedule is much the same as we've had in the past couple years. We'll get the copy to the designer in mid-November with a turnaround by early February, having it in the homes of the Farragut residences. The price for this includes layout and printing, is $12,590, and which is just $100 more than last year's price.
Does a great job, I think.
Ms. Stool, is there anything materially different in this contract from our prior years?
No.
I make a motion to approve K. Kimmy Design for the Farragut 2013 annual report.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Next item is approval of directional sign placement for Parade of Homes.
So this item is very similar to the request that they presented to the board last year. They're submitting a request for a special event permit application for placement of directional signs in Farragut during the Parade of Homes. The requested placement of the directional signs is illustrated in on the screen there. This year there are 9 homes within the town of Farragut. The homes are located in neighborhoods of Bridgemore, Village Green, Baldwin Park, the Covett Turkey Creek, Inverness, Sheffield, and the Battery Berkeley Park. The signs will be erected Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays beginning September 28th through October 15th. The motion is staff recommends approval of proposed placement of special event directional signs beginning Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, September 28th through October 15th within the town of Farragut's right-of-ways for the 2012 Parade of Homes.
I'll make approval of the special event directional signage for 2012 Parade of Homes.
Is that motion, Mr. LaWarge?
Yes.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next is Town Administrator Sherrill.
Thank you, Mayor. The only thing we have between now and the next meeting is a big event next Friday night, the 21st, the Taste of Farragut. It's out from the old Kroger parking lot on Kingston Pike from 6:30 to 9:30. So we're looking for a big crowd from folks. I know that Costco is going to be part of that event. So we're looking forward to having a lot of great vendors and a good turnout from our community for that.
How many vendors signed up?
I think they're still working on it, I'm not sure. They're trying to get 30 this year. They had 26 last year, so the Farragut Business Alliance puts on a great event. Of course, we co-sponsor that, and you know, it's just a great community event overall.
Well, if the weather is good, it's going to be crowded.
That's right.
Get there early. Next item is the attorney's report.
Mayor, I guess I probably could have put this next item under either my report or the attorney's report, so Tom and I both are going to tag team on this a little bit. What we're asking the board to do tonight, the board has been working on, as part of your strategic plan, wanting to preserve the Russell House at the corner, the north west corner of Kingston Pike and Campbell Station Road. So what we were asking the board to do is authorize Town Attorney Tom Hale to engage professionals that will be able to assess the current structure, look at the overall site, see if there's any kind of barriers for development, in order to just perform due diligence on the property to see where we can maybe able to accomplish with the owners. Obviously, the house is on the National Register of Historic Places, and we certainly want to see what we may be able to do to preserve that. So what we're asking the board tonight to do is authorize Mr. Hale to work within a not to exceed amount of $20,000 in order to perform these different functions, so that we can get a better understanding of what we may be able to do with the property if we're able to obtain it or you know, utilize the home.
What all would be involved in
We would definitely want to look at the structure of the home. Obviously, it's built in the 1840s and 50s, and see what we may be able to do to preserve the home. The site, obviously, just looking at the soil and different things like that. Typical things you would do before you would want to go further into either purchasing something like that. So it's just normal things that any property owner would go through, or any potential property owner would go through in trying to buy a piece of property. So that's what we would want to do. Of course, we don't know what the total end-all would be for this, but I think it'll give us a better picture and the board a better picture of what the possibilities are with the property.
That's a pretty large sum for site evaluation. We anticipate spending, why do we allocate such a large sum?
I think I'm just trying to cover all of our bases. Anything that, if there was one specific item that would go over $10,000, that item would have to come back to the board for approval. So you would have you could have engineering analysis, you could have environmental assessments, you could have architectural reviews of the building, several things. I don't know how much that's gonna cost, but I think that certainly Tom, if he's got any questions or issues or anything like that, can come to me and we can talk about those. And certainly if it starts getting more expensive than it needs to, then we can come back to the board and talk about that. But hopefully we'll go much less than that, but certainly we just wanted to have enough to do anything we needed to do with the property to really get a good assessment of it.
Sure. Okay. So are we looking for we're not looking for a motion on that?
We are.
Okay. Well, I move that we authorize the town attorney to initiate due diligence relating to the property within town and with a budget not to exceed $20,000.
I'll second that.
In favor, say aye.
Aye.
I think that's it for tonight.
Hey, I will. I'll give you a call. Yeah, man, I'm gonna need some decks. Oh, yeah, sure. I'm gonna throw that out on Facebook. Yeah, I'm thinking kind of like one during the day and 2 officers for night. Feed you guys all that stuff. Down there in front of ours. No, it's, down there, Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
Big field down there.
Yeah. What's the day on? I've been in the whole.
26, 27.
Okay.
I got Rothschilds, big 10,000 square foot tents.
Yeah.
Big festival. Yes, food is all behind it.
Okay, good luck to you.
Hey, Jack. Thanks for coming.
Well, I hadn't been, and
I'm glad you came.
this just turned out to be a good night to come.
Yeah.
How's everything?
Good. Busy, but good.
Well, that's good.
So,
I love to stay busy.
yeah, it's better than being bored.
It's just you. Yeah.
Jeff, I was complaining with King. Allison, thanks.
He's gonna play for tips, so.